by Dr. Sujata Singhi. So a little bit about the speaker, Dr. Sujata Singhi. Dr. Sujata Singhi began her career with an MBA in finance and marketing in the corporate world. However, she didn't conform herself to just the corporate world. She moved from there to transforming lives, skill education, and wellness. And all of this through the medium of sound and spiritual sciences. Dr. Singhi is appointed as National Chairperson Education at the National Child and Women Development Council, India. She is also the National Director at the World Peace Commission. Dr. Singhi has had the honor to conduct sessions at Ministry of Culture, India, DRDO, and also for the IRS, IAS officers and young politicians. Dr. Singhi is recipient of numerous honors and awards, one of them being the Dr. Sarojini Naidu Award 2021 for nation building as author, trainer, speaker, sound and spiritual scientist. Dr. Singhi has authored several books, one of them being Reclaim Riches, which is about awakening the spiritual self to become a wealth manifester. Now, who wouldn't like that? So today, we have Dr. Singhi, who will take us through the subject using the power of sound. Over to you, Dr. Sujata Singhi.
Yeah, thank you so much for this honor. With regards to reclaim your riches with the power of sound, there are a lot of aspects which comes in our mind. What is about reclaiming the riches and how can sound help us reclaim? So I have brought in two books as mentioned. First book is The Power of Sound, which looks like this. And the Reclaim Your Riches was recently launched on September 3rd at the Delhi Book Fair. Now coming to this aspect, we are going to look at frequencies, sound, how it can help raise our vibrations, and we leading our lives. It could be a professional life or it could be also a personal life, how we can reclaim our riches on a regular basis. Having been in the corporate world, yes, there were a lot of things which came to my understanding, and my understanding of being able to say a no and move on to training was a big shift for me also. But that shift did not stop me from becoming a learner once again. Learner because what we learn is what we become. What we think is what we become. And what we think is what our belief system is driven into. And we go into this beautiful understanding of identifying ourselves, identifying our identity, reflecting on what we understand, conceptualizing it in the right way, and applying it to see the results. When all these things come together, results is what matters. Whatever we do in life, finally, it is results. So when we talk about money also, like reclaim your riches, money is a measurable factor of what we have done in life. And money is just the end measurability. A lot of it goes within us, in our mind, in our body, in our spirit to understand whether we are leading our life purpose, whether we are doing it with a passion, or is it just dragging on in our life. The science of vibrations helps us to reclaim your riches, and it's been scientifically proven. Having done my doctorate in sound and spiritual sciences, I understood a lot of things with regards to our Vedic systems, with regards to the science of our Vedic systems, and how we can apply it in a regular life. Coming to sound, sound is all about vibrations. And we are all aware that the first sound which they created the whole of this universe was the sound of Om, which even NASA agrees. Now, when everything in life is vibration, and so is our thought, which starts the vibration. And what creates the vibration within us is the beliefs that we carry. And the beliefs are created by the environment we have been brought up in. Like it was beautifully stated by Mr. Nitin, who said that your environment, how your parents bring you up is what you become, because that is the map of your world. With sound, we will be able to look within, that is introspect, and create a change in the map of our world. It often sounds quite difficult stating that re-imprinting becomes very difficult, but when done in a right way, with the right frequencies, we can alter our mind, thoughts, and our beliefs. It's very simple. It looks like it's pretty complicated and we may somewhere slip out on the nuances, but when we take up sound, it is very easy. Now, why I would say easy is because I've worked in hospitals, not just in India, but abroad, working on critical cases. And we have found that when we give the right frequencies, even those critical cases have been revived. There are a lot of such cases which has been put up in my book that also includes the case where the doctors had said nothing can be done. And those people, even after 6-7 years now, all hale and hearty. Now, what happened? Was it magic? Definitely not. Some alterations given in the brain to activate the self-healing mechanism is the magic. And this magic is available to all of us. We do not have to look outside if we want to heal ourselves from deep within. Nothing is impossible if we know the possibilities we hold. And that is what Reclaim Your Riches is all about. On this state, the book, when I was writing, I happened to meet a lot of corporate leaders, the CEOs and the founders of many companies, the MNCs. And I came to know one very, very important thing, that passion was what was driving them. The vision was what was driving them. But to get the energy to drive the vision across was through understanding their own spirit. And this understanding of the spirit can be acclimatized to us through sound. And that is how this book came up. So coming to this aspect, I would like you all to go through this journey and experience sound so that you know how to go into that 4 stages, which makes a true leader. A true leader, when I say this, there are 4 important aspects which the leader has to look within. First is be very aware of oneself and aware of the environment. What is it that you're creating for your subordinates? What is it that you're creating for your whole organization? Second is acceptance. Accept the truth as it is. Do not go by the map of your own world. The third is take action based on what you have noticed, what you have accepted. And finally, be accountable to that aspect which has come to your notice to get the results that you want to see. Now, how to go into that awareness state? That means we need to be in a state of alpha. We need to be in a state of deep relaxation. Till we are conscious, till we are very, very working from an aspect of ego, that is me doing it, I am the leader, we will not be able to see the truth as it is. So we need to go into that state of deep peace and calm. That is the alpha state. And today we will try to attempt doing that on the virtual class and see how we can access it and how it can help capacity building in any organization become smooth and more acceptable. The vision and mission of any organization becoming the individual vision and mission of each employee, of each subordinate. So with that aspect in mind, and having worked in this area, I would now like to present a short experiential session with regards to accessing our own calmness so we can see the truth as it is and take right decisions. After all, we are beings of the decisions we have made. On that note, I would request all of you to be comfortably seated and gently focus on your breath. You may close your eyes very gently and take deep breath in and gentle breaths out. Relax your mind and your body. Setting the intention to take this opportunity to relax your mind and your body. Gently inhale and exhale. These are the specific frequencies which will help you to calm your mind. So set in the intention to relax and calm your mind. Very gently inhale and exhale. Feel the sense of relaxation flow right from the tip of your toes upwards to the top of your head. also choose to let go any stress which has been holding on to you in the physical, mental, or emotional form. Now I would request you to visualize yourself seated on a beautiful lawn. The lush green lawn with a beautiful river flowing by, the mountains on your behind, chirping of the birds, and the aroma of the beautiful flowers tingling in your body and your mind, relaxing you completely. Be in sync with nature around you. And now visualize a small white colored tennis ball placed in front of you. As you look into the ball, it is pure white. Gently inhale and exhale. Look into your body and your mind. What is that aspect which is holding you back from reclaiming your riches? Which is that aspect of your life which is weighing you down? Allow those aspects, episodes, situations to collect in your head, and take a deep breath in and breathe out. As you breathe out, visualize this burden or this episode, this blockage being breathed out through your breath and going straight into the ball. This ball now becomes bigger and slowly the color changes to gray. You may choose to continue this breath work of release and keep putting it into the ball, which is slowly turning gray to black and becoming bigger and bigger. Stay focused on your breath, in and out. Allow sound to put you in the state of deep release. Gently inhale and exhale. Requesting all of you to kindly be on mute. Focusing your breath on your body, on your mind, and out straight into the ball, which has now become the size of a football and is black in color. Visualize your body become light, your mind relaxed, and your emotion going into a state of peace. Now slowly visualize yourself getting up from that lawn and picking up the ball which is now quite heavy. You pick it up with all your strength. Take a deep breath in, and with all your might, you throw it high up into the sky. It is going away from you, and as it goes further, far away from you, high up into the sky, slowly becoming smaller and smaller, smaller in your vision, and the threads of the emotion becoming stronger, you becoming more peaceful and neutral. The ball is now finally a small dot up in the sky, and as you look on, it is not to be seen. All that which was not needed, which was weighing you down, is now gone. And it's time to look within and check, what is it I need to fill myself with? More power, love, understanding, and use of intellect in the right harmony of the mind and the heart. Feel the peace and inner strength within you grow, making you feel empowered, expanding your capacity to attract the abundance, to attract the right thoughts, to attract the right vibration of peace, prosperity, and happiness. Gently inhale and exhale as you tell yourself, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm harmonious, and I'm lovable. I see the potential within me as humongous as the whole universe, and I see the potentials of all the people around me with the same potentials. Together, we reach our goals and make this place a beautiful world. See the happiness in the eyes of the people around you, your teammates, the subordinates, and see the vision and mission of your personal and professional life culminate into a reality. Gently inhale and exhale. With that feeling of inner strength and awakeness, slowly bring your awareness back into the physical body, into the environment you are in, and see the world with a new perspective, with the new you being awakened. Slowly move your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath in and very gently and slowly open your eyes. You may rub your palms and move them on your face and open your eyes when you feel comfortable. You may have a sip of water. And a namaste once again to all of you. So if there are any questions, please feel free to ask.
It was a very soothing, very calming experience.
Thank you so much.
I was in my trance for a moment, but in between there were a couple of, in between some noise were mixed mild noise, which used to make me uneasy, but I don't know whether it was deliberate or it was by chance.
I think somebody's mobile was on. We had some music coming in from somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know who had unmuted.
So it was a distraction, not by design.
No, it was not by design. Okay, so you would, if anybody would like to know more about it, you can visit the website, which is sujatasinghi.com, and you can access the videos whenever you feel comfortable. You can listen to the videos on the YouTube also. Now, there are some research links which were used in hospitals that is available on the YouTube channel. So you please feel free to use it. And apart from that, books are there. So you can read the books, and looking forward to all of you having a beautiful life ahead, reclaiming your riches with the power of sound. And yes, in the book, there are 3 guided meditations. Like this was just a short peek into the sessions which I take generally, which goes on for 3 to 4 hours. Even for the corporates, it's like a week-long session which we take. So you can read the book, and in the book, there is a QR code which will get you to the link to the 3 guided meditations. So you can access that as well. So if there are any other questions, and thank you so much for those wonderful appreciation words, and also to sharing your expressions of feeling calm. So thank you so much.
So Dr.
Yes.
Singh, can we ask a question?
Definitely you can ask, yes.
So you spoke about, the power of sound. So what is the scientific basis for sound and manifestation?
Yes.
Is there a link?
Yes, there is definitely a link. Like I had mentioned earlier, my work is all based on research. So when I was doing my doctorates, like 5 doctorates and a DLED, when I was working first, doctorate was in the science of sound, how sound helps. So if we know that whenever we hear a sound, there is a change which is happening in our brain. And coming to the scientific aspect, there is something which is being affected in our brains. And that effect on the brain could be a positive or a negative. Now, had I ever given a sound which was more of a noise. Now, sound comes in 2 forms. One is noise and one is a sound which we call as music. Now, when we use noise, we go into a state of disturbance. And when we use sound, we go into a zone of happiness, peace, and also calmness. Along with that, we can say it elicitates states which are of a positive emotion. And noise elicitates states which is of a negative emotion. So the brain goes into a state down a memory lane. Where did I hear this music? It makes me feel so happy. Like if you listen to the old songs, they say, okay, I like this song. This is something which takes me down the memory lane. So scientifically speaking, our neurotransmitters in the brain, they get connected and takes us into that state of the consciousness where we have visited or where we have experienced something which is related to the sound. So that is one very important aspect, that when we speak, as trainers, when we speak, we have to be very careful, because what we speak is what is radiated to the people, not just as words heard, but also as vibrations which will be felt. So what is being elucidated in their subconscious mind based upon their own experiences will create the effect or the cause. Okay. So when we talk about sound as a science, it's actually a very big science. Starts right from the times of our Vedic systems, that is the chant of the Om, to the current science of sound. So it can be used for treatment as well. So being the only doctorate in sound and spiritual sciences right now in Asia, I go to various countries and work in hospitals just to elucidate that state of self-activation of the healing mechanism. That is activating the brain to understand that we are beings where we can heal ourselves just like plants and animals do.
Wow, thank you for that. There are a couple of more questions, Dr. Singhi. So, Murinder, over to you. You have a question?
Yes, we can take up the question.
So I was actually, I have a question. With that sound, what is the role of words you said? And like you said, breathe out all your what you don't want in you, and I was breathing out, and that ball was becoming so heavy. So actually, I was anxious to kick it, and I was anxious to throw it in the river. But when you said throw it in the air, it it made me more anxious because I was more worried about than this ball, which has become more heavy and coming back again down. So actually, that made me so much anxious. Like I said, this ball has already become very heavy, and I'm throwing it in the air. But actually, I wanted to kick that ball into the river so that it sinks down or flows away. So how emphasis is given on the words you chose, or what is the relation between that sound and the words you said?
Yes. Now, if we would have thrown it into the river, it would have still been on our planet. Okay, it would have gone into the ocean finally, and it would have still been in the planet, somewhere coming back. When we throw it into the sky, right away out, we are throwing it into the cosmos, where it will become non-gravitational, and it will be gone forever. Because whatever we want to let go shouldn't come back to us. It should. That is the reason I choose these words. Words are very important. We need to understand what is the higher effect of that. What is the exponential effect of the word we use? So I hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome.
Now I get it.
Thank you.
So thank you for the question.
Dr. Sujata?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
We are on time, so let's be quick.
Okay, so it's kind of follow-up to Gurinder's question. So there are many times when people let go, and that let go happens only in the meditation time. But then the moment you're awake and you come back to the world, the materialistic world, all that what is there in the cosmos comes back and hits us. So how do we, or what do you do in your practice in order to, because the true emancipation happens when you actually throw it out into the cosmos and it's gone forever, but it generally does not in one session or two sessions. So are there any thoughts? What's your feedback on that?
It's very right that we need to be practicing something with discipline on a regular basis if we want to be in that state. So that is the reason I said there are meditations, which I always give along with my books. I always tell people that I have recorded some meditations. Please go through that on a regular basis. Again, we are using sound. Sound is our tool. The words which I use are very, very specifically picked up so that we go into that zone. Now, the very important aspect is how I use the words and what tonality I use. You must have noticed when I say take a deep breath in, it's a different way. Again, when I say a deep breath out, it's very different. So when we are using sound, now there are many people who are using sound now, but we have to understand that sound frequencies is like, it is physics, pure physics, which works on the human anatomy. So frequencies have to be very right. As you would have noticed, I was using 2 frequencies, and these frequencies have been specifically picked up only to help release. So when I'm treating cancer patients, like when I'm working with the oncology department, it's a different frequency which I use, because there's a concept of fear, there's a concept of pain, there's a concept of loss. And here we are looking only at freeing ourselves. So freeing ourselves every day, we take in garbage, and we also awaken the garbage within us in different forms. We need to be allowing ourselves to be in the state of doing this practice on a regular basis. So I would just tell you that what you could do is maybe use my recording, which is there on the YouTube channel, because it's a research recording. You can use that, and you can read the book, Reclaim Your Riches, which also has 3 recordings. So this is what I could offer, and Power of Sound, to make you understand why it is important on a regular basis. And I would say it's a wonderful question which you have put up.
Thank you, Dr. Sujata.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sujata, for allowing us those couple of more minutes to answer and to interact with you. And thank you for introducing us to this lovely topic, which at least I was not aware of, and many of us would be curious to know more about this through books and research. So thank you for joining us. Thank you again.
Thank you once again for giving me this space to be with all of you. Wishing you all the best. And do log in to sujatasinghi.com to know more about it. So there will be no questions unanswered. And of course, the books are there for you. Thank you and namaste. Have a wonderful evening, all of you.